Welcome to London. My name is Alex. I'm the Deputy CEO of Sensorium, and I'm happy to announce the big project being developed by our team for the last year, named Wakatta. So Wakatta is our support for creative industries. We do our best to support you guys and support all the gamers and the artists and the fashion producers and all of those wonderful people who joined and developing the creative industries. Wakatta for all of you, and Wakatta is a big step ahead. 5 years ago, me and my team, we developed a big infrastructure for financial services in Russia, for a central bank, and we developed the digital currency. There was a fork of Ethereum. We bring Vitalik Buterin to Russia, and we did a master chain. Today, 5 years later, we're developing Wakatta with a big step ahead, specially designed for NFT. So, Wakatta, let me tell you what about. I have a clicker, right? So, the clicker, thank you. Do you know what it is? Right? Probably, yeah, I'm just kidding, checking whether you're awake or not. So this is the really famous assets. We know it started from all of these things. But what's any problems with them? They are unchangeable. If you change the things there, you cannot change the NFTs, right? That's the main barrier. Is there any other barriers? Do you know what it is? This is a ticket. Yeah, regular ticket. We are at the events. We come, we're buying the tickets here. What's the problem with the ticket? It's a single purpose. I mean, if I'm buying the ticket, it's only single purpose. I have this for one-time use. But that was happening until now. Now, it's a time for Wakatta. Wakatta is a framework allow you to do customized NFTs for the gamers, for the gamified market, for the producers, for the digital assets creators. And we will launch this next year, first quarter, 2022. Already today, it's available, the private testnet, so anyone can join our stand, M21. It's here in that corner, and we'll tell you about this more. So, NFT is specially designed for entertainment industry. We are the company Sensorium originally. We're developing our own metaverse, so you can go to sensoriumxr.com and you see that what kind of amazing thing we're doing there for the metaverse, virtual reality, augmented reality. And we started to design the infrastructure originally for ourselves, like Amazon did the Amazon Web Services for them, and then they shared this with the world. That's how we're sharing this with you guys today, this moment. So, there's several features Wakatta will give you. First of all, it's upgradable NFT. So you can change the things like in digital assets because they're evolving. For example, AI. It's changed over time, the music, generative content. And if you want to issue NFTs for generative content, it's a bit harder. That's why we promoted NFT that can be upgraded. The next big point is about time limit. So the time limit is a very nice thing. Imagine you have now the thing, who is the first owner of NFT? Right? Like, I'm the first owner of that NFT, Snoop Dogg was expressed himself as one of the biggest NFT collectors. But now we're inventing the new term, which is a last owner of NFT, because after the last owner of NFT, there is no timeline. There is no timeline anymore. And that means they say, okay, I am the last one. Nobody can own this after me. And that's kind of status. Some people like this stuff. And that's why we invented the idea of time limit NFTs. The next big step is about tax. Basically tax goes to NFT as a hash, right? You all do this much more than me. And we decided not to do hash, so to allow you guys to contain tax to the NFTs and much more. NFT is a collateral, and so on, and so on, and so on. So please join the Wakatta and enjoy the developing of the framework. So let's have a look what's inside. Wakatta is based on a Substrate. Yes, right, Substrate, Polkadot. We're working together with those big guys. I really like Substrate. I spent with the team nights checking what is the best solution for this type of work we're trying to perform. And we understood that Substrate is super quick and best and easy integration. It was developed by the ex-CEO of the Ethereum, Gavin Wood, and we like the idea of the Substrate and the Polkadot, and we trying to bring it to the market. So, what's the advantages? Advantages is a high super low fees, super low fees. How low? It's like about 0.01 cent, so it's super low fees. I know it's very important because like today's fees for the Ethereum is super high, and we're trying to mint NFTs and do stuff for digital assets. You have to pay $100 just to do some good things, and we say no. We say no, and we're inventing this thing. We letting you do really cheap. We're letting you create really cheap. And we want to support that way creative industries. So how fast? You know, how fast? It's super fast, by the way, super fast. 1,000 transactions per second, and that's super cool idea what invented by the Substrate, originally by the Gavin Wood and Polkadot, and we're just improving this framework together with them. So what about interoperability? First of all, the Polkadot developed by the Ethereum team. That's why it's interoperable with Ethereum, so it was virtual machine of Ethereum. So we can connect with anything. With it could be the parachain for Polkadot. It could be the bridges for any type of the blockchain. So imagine your NFT could be transferable from the one blockchain to another blockchain, and that's what Wakatta is designed for. So Wakatta is made for any type of business from the creative industries, and we're really willing to work and to develop the business synergy together of our partners that comes to us. First, it's several sections. It could be sport, entertainment, luxury segment, cars, and all of the stuff. Here, there is a very nice gentleman, Ronald, who represents our first partner, RoboRace, and I'm going to give you some couple examples what we are doing together. The second is big idea, like become your own curator. So generally, there's always a problem on the market when you're trying to sell your NFT on the marketplaces. There is less curating power, because if you do really good job, you don't want to put your super asset next to the dick pic, like which says this is NFT. And you can go to and do curating your own on your own digital environment, and we provide you the API for yourself, and you can run the auction for yourself using Wakatta. That's super cool. You don't need to sacrifice your own audience to marketplaces anymore. You're just doing your own auction. And that's very cool, because if you have super cool assets, regular auction houses, we have contacts with them. They do sales, but sales are limited with items. You cannot sell their 100,000 items or even 10,000 items. That's why we're inventing you the API to do the auctions yourself on your own digital device. So the first dApp for the Wakatta will be Sensorium Galaxy. It looks like this. We have the avatars, super nice avatars. Each avatar will be an NFT. What is Sensorium Galaxy? Sensorium Galaxy is kind of thing which we combine together Facebook and Netflix. And there's avatars. It's AI-driven metaverse. It allows you to create content, and you can interact with these avatars. And we already have the mobile app released 2 weeks ago, but the big virtual reality application will come up in December this year, so stay tuned for the social networks of Sensorium. You're going to get new things there. And what's on the cover? On the cover is a lot of the different big names supported Sensorium Galaxy. They're going to perform their concerts. So these names will already signed the contract, so anyway, they have to perform at least 3 concerts each for the next several years. So David Guetta, Armin van Buuren, Carl Cox, all big names going to perform concerts in virtual reality. That's going to be super cool. And we designed special for them AAA avatars, which looks like a human. We designed special locations, and this will appear soon in December. But this is not the important thing. We talk about Wakatta. That's why we talk about NFT. So NFT is inside of Sensorium Galaxy. Whole content in Sensorium Galaxy is made of NFT. So first is the avatars. It's AI-driven avatars that works on GPT-3. Yeah, on GPT-3 you can test them in mobile app Sensorium Galaxy and Google app already, and or test the test flight in iOS. So the avatars can create different type of content, like dances, moves, like talks, and such. All piece of content could be NFT, and you can exchange with your friends. You can stream on TikTok, and you can buy those content. You can sell the avatars, you can improve them, enhance, and make NFT again. And that's gonna be the first app on Wakatta that we're planning to release. The next big partners is a robo race. People ask me, what is the robo race? I'm explaining, this is like not just the racing of the beyond, like it's a motion capture studio, imagine, in the desert where the things are moving with a 700 miles an hour and tracking live in virtual reality. And the things have no pilots at all, so they are managed by AI. From an angle of the retail users, it looks like super racing with no pilots. But from the angle of the business, it looks like a competition against computer vision platforms like NVIDIA, MIT, Acronis, all the best. And those guys creating super new realm for the competing of the AI. And this is our next big partner. We're planning to release NFTs together for their cars, for their assets, and for their content. And they will launch the auctions on their digital environment. So today, they had a better season past last year. And the better season, the cars driving on the desert, they collect virtual tools, virtual items to add the score, or they have to walk around the barriers, not to let them decrease the score. And that means we have already mixed two realities. We have reality and virtual that's seen by the computers or by the AI or by the people in the virtual reality headset. And we have a real life, and this real life is real cars. We have no pilots at all, and wheels are moving simultaneously and autonomously, and no people inside, and that seems super amazing. And you can join there, you can see there on the Twitch, and of course, we're planning to integrate those guys in the mobile app. And in the mobile app, you can see augmented reality races everywhere, even in the Trafalgar Square. Of course, they have super amazing design cars. These design cars won a lot of the award, and this is next generation cars. These cars at the first stage, and then I have super design cars. We have no pilot seats at all, so please follow those guys. They're super cool. And of course, there's a Roland here, the creative director. He will explain you a lot, so come to our stand M21. I'm really willing to talk to you. Thank you.
Awesome presentation. Thank you so much, Alex. We have about 5 minutes for Q&A. If anybody has a question, put up your hand. If anyone would like to know more about what Alex was talking about, or any questions about the project or NFTs in general, let's kick it off. Hey, sir, let me just get down to you. All right. Thank you very much for your first question.
Hi, I'm Kevin from Custodian. I have a question about, super low fees on the transactions of NFTs. That's great. That you take no comment on the creation of these NFTs, because still on the Ethereum network, it's going to cost you to mint every one of these NFTs. So if you have an edition of like 500, it's going to be quite expensive.
Yeah, of course, the creation of NFTs today takes £500, for example, on Ethereum. Of course, the creation of NFTs for the Wakatta will same cost low fees. That's the whole idea. We invite the validators. We will run incentive testnet in November, and all fees about testnet will be for incentive validators will be disclosed quite soon, really quite soon. You're going to get some formulas how it's calculated, but the transaction fees for the minting will still low. That's the idea. That's the basic idea.
Anyone else has a question about NFTs, a comment? Do you own any NFTs? You hold any NFTs? What do you think? What do you think, sir? Great. Here we go.
Hi. I think my question comes more as a parent, and with young creators coming on board, do you personally have a platform support for these young children or young creators where they'll be educated, they'll be given some form of governance or ethics around the NFT creations? That's
a very good point. So I start from the data angle. Since we're using AI and Sensorium Galaxy originally, and our avatars, it's evolving NPCs. So if you have seen the movie Free Guy, anyone seen that movie Free Guy? Okay, that should be on your list if you did. If you didn't, that should be on your list after just Ready Player One. So you 2 movies have to see, right? So Free Guy is about evolving NPCs and AI. And to let AI use, very advanced technologies like GPT-3, we have to pass ethics filters. So they review ethic filters. And that's what's happening in the beginning. Of course, if we're moving for the DAO, for the decentralized autonomous organization, and Wakatta designed specially for DAO, which gives you guys ability to govern your own assets. And through the DAO, you can govern the things like ethical filters, not just through the AI, but also through the involvement of community. And Wakatta is specially designed to let maximum customization for the DAO.
Yeah, awesome. Great question. Very relevant. Thank you. Do we have time for one more? Anybody else would like to know anything more about
last
NFTs?
question.
Come on. Surely you're intrigued. You know. Well, Alex, that was an awesome presentation. Really appreciate that. I loved how you also have some house music in there. A little Carl Cox. I didn't realize you were doing avatars and NFTs for Carl Cox.
Yeah, please join us.
Brilliant. Let's a big round of applause for Alex.